Hi, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about how reaching out with depression takes time. So before I begin with our conversation today, I just wanted to give a shout out for a little mini celebration that I have. Guess what, people? I finally have done it. I have reached out to some of my closest friends that I feel as if I've been detaching myself by because I let my intrusive thoughts get to me. So, woohoo! And to be honest, it felt amazing to reach back out to my friends. So, to carry off with this discussion, I wanted to talk about people with depression and specifically the side effect of where sometimes we feel the need to detach ourselves from our loved ones. Now, I discussed this before in my videos on how mental health can be super exhausting, just the fact how we have to be consistent with it, but sometimes there's so many outside factors that can affect our relationship to it. So here's what I wanted to focus on, specifically to the friends and family and for the people out there who know someone or identify as depressed. I just wanted to let you know, thank you for being there to support them, being a listener, trying to give them advice, or even just letting them know that you are there for them, because I cannot tell you enough. During these last few months for me, I have just been in such a very, I don't know how would you describe it, but just I was definitely in one of my lowest of the lows in life. At the time, I felt like I couldn't talk to anyone, and if someone did try to reach out to me, I know they would ask me, how are you? And I'll be perfectly honest, the how are you question is such I don't know. It's such a basic question for me, but because it is a question, my answer is going to be like this long, descriptive, overwhelmingly emotional response. And it's not that is a bad thing, but sometimes I feel like the friends that are there to listen aren't in the space yet to just hear what I have to say. But at the same time, I don't want to lie and say that I'm doing okay. I feel as though society kind of just conditioned me to always say, I'm doing great, thanks. But yeah, in terms of that, I also wanted to mention how when it comes to beating myself up for not replying, for reference, during those last few months where I was going through my lows, I had a bunch of people reach out to me, and I'm not even just talking about loved ones. I'm also just talking about coworkers or even just like people that I refer to as acquaintances. Yes, I know those people have their own lives, but it was just the thought that there were people out there who were thinking of me, even though I was in a place where I thought that people didn't need me in their life, so I didn't want to be a nuisance in communicating with them. I felt as if I had no right to talk with those people just because I didn't want to open up about my mental health, and that in reality, I was afraid that I would be judged and that people wouldn't take it seriously because mental health is something that you don't always see. And it's hard because I see myself as someone who's always joyful and happy and always smiling. But in the inside, sometimes I'm just really hurting. And for that, I feel like people would just judge me and wouldn't even believe me when I talk to them about my past experiences. So I just wanted to let this go on the internet to let everyone know that when you are depressed, it definitely takes time to communicate with others, but also give yourself grace. The list of things that I just said about why I kept detaching myself were just some form of cognitive distortions where I felt like I needed to beat myself up in order to make the situation feel better, when in reality that wasn't true. I was in my house yesterday and I was just automatically thinking of some of my old friends who I haven't talked to, but months ago they had sent me text messages saying that I hope you're doing okay and I love you, and you can take as much time as you need to respond to this message, and even if you don't respond, that's okay. I feel very grateful to have friends, or at least that form of love in my life, because it gives me a reminder knowing that every single day has been worth it for me. And I felt a little bit of guilt knowing that I had portrayed this form of anxious reaction when it came to the thought of letting them know how depressed I was. But later on, I realized that these are the friends that have known me for years, and they have seen me go through my challenges. They know that this is just something that I do, and I am definitely trying to work on learning how to communicate my emotions better. Now, let's say that I still wasn't in the place to respond back. I think it's just so important to communicate with your loved ones, to say, hey, thank you for your message. I'll be perfectly honest right now, I am not in the right headspace, so I just need some time to collect myself, but I will get back to you. Thank you. Something like that. I feel as if that's a good example, because I believe it provides closure on both sides, because it's you establishing your boundary and letting that person know that you just need time, which is completely healthy. So for anyone out there who is struggling to reach out to their community or niche, I want to let you know that you are not alone. I still have a couple of text messages and emails that I need to respond to, but I've just been taking my time with them because I don't want to socially burn myself out, and I don't want to overwhelm myself. Otherwise, I feel like I'll go towards the direction of a hiatus rather than being a social butterfly again. So, yes. Anyways, if you are interested in hearing more content, please subscribe or like this video for more. And comment down below if you feel like you have any experience with this. Thank you. I hope you have a good rest of your day.